Dang, son. All right. All right, everyone. So we got an open stock market. I'm still kind of getting with it. Got caught in talking with our buddy Ted there. And yeah, looks like bull market is still working out. Actionable list looks like doing pretty decent. We got Irobot down a bunch today, Zoom down a bunch today. AMD, DocuSign. So Soxol's probably not doing that great. No, it's actually up 4.5, 5%. No idea what the Soxol does anymore. It makes no sense to me what the Soxol does, but yeah. All right. Hey, morning, Rob. UAL, that UAL trade yesterday was crazy. I just gotta say, um, yeah, pretty nuts. Pretty nuts trade yesterday. I was watching it most of the day, and it's funny. It went up, I think, 4.5% more from where I bought it, and I was flat on the day. I was down 60%, I was up 60%, and it ended up flat. I'm sure at the end of today I'll be flat too. Who the hell knows? But we'll see what happens with that one. Bouncing a pretty nice up to 31. Remember, our target's only 35. We were in the 20. We bought it at 26 and three quarters. Now we're at 31. Great pocket. Well, not really a pocket pivot. There's a big down day in the way, but really good up day. See where all my windows are. I don't know where all my windows are. This no. All right. I'll just open up a new tab. Oh, stupid! It's right in front of me. Hey, what's up, Justin? USO. Why? What's it doing? Uh, Good or bad, Justin? Give me the news. Just rip the band-aid off. UL's my new shiny object right now. Holy shit! Up 5%. Looks like a reverse stock split. Ted's here. Everyone say hi to Ted. Yeah, you can all, yeah, feel free to join here, Ted. It is a reverse, it's got to be a reverse stock split. It's only up 5% if you look at that percentage gain. If you look at the chart and use the numbers, yeah, it looks like it's up a billion percent, but it's only up 5%. So it's got to be a reverse stock split. Somewhere in here. Unless it is legitimately up that much, which would be extraordinary. But I don't know why it would overtake highs from 2 years ago overnight. Um, doesn't seem quite logical. Okay, nice. I like it. Looking at my account right now. UAL 440%. Boom, bitches. That's awesome. It is new and shiny. Maybe I should sell there. Maybe that's all I get. Yeah, they were doing a split. That makes total sense, Rob. It makes total sense. I mean, this is. Hey, what's up, Ellie? 89, it looks like. Yeah, ran really good. Up 440% right now. It's going to fluctuate like a bird in a hurricane, though. It's going to be up and down. Now 313%. Um, Remember our target's like 1500%, but that big pop this morning, that's a ton of volume. I don't know why. Let's see why it's doing why it's doing anything. Airline stocks see short. We noted yesterday that all the airlines, excuse me, were looking pretty healthy, pretty happy. Um, I mean, regardless of this options trade, like I said, it was kind of a gamble. I wasn't planning on going the 3 day contract. I was going to go further out if you guys remember. I still think there's some decent possibility here, but You're gonna be paying a little bit more for it. True, Ellie, very true. Tons of wind go long airlines. That's why during hurricane season you always see the guys that travel the overseas route. They skim right on top of that hurricane to save on fuel costs. All right, let's look at some of our Sherman Williams up 7% today. Oh wow. So you can see, not in all instances, but here's an earnings gap up. Let's kind of take click the wrong click the wrong one there. 4K screen, everything's tiny. GNC, Sherman Williams, nice gap up today. SkyWest and airlines we've been looking at the past couple of days looking pretty nice in this lower triangle, trying to get back up. Polaris, ANIC, ESNT. ESNT has yet to break up. I don't know what it's looking like on the weekly chart. It looks like TD Ameritrade thinks it's all just one candle for some reason, but whatevs. Facebook actually extending hasn't broke out of its small triangle, not even really a triangle. That was probably your last good technical entry point. Um, Manitowoc, you noted this one is beaten down, doing pretty good. Rocks, the whole market's coming back famously here. I said I think it's weird if the Nasdaq goes right into all-time highs, but the way this market's behaving, I can't discount that happening. Visa trying to break up. It's still kind of in a consolidation here. A little cup base. Actually, it looks like it was buyable yesterday or 2 days ago. Right, yeah, right there. We weren't covering it, but that looks like a decent buy area. Here too on a gap. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll hold up. Uh, the Nasdaq yesterday ended up not having too bad of a day. It was looking pretty ominous, and then it kind of eased out of its little bear trend that it was doing, and ended up in a situation with kind of elevated volume, but not really bad volume. You can see right there, it's under average, obviously, and that has to do with all the crazy candles over here. But definitely in a more normal area, you can look left of that, and we're right in the middle there. So not bad on the indexes. All right, buddy. Restoration Hardware up 2% above yesterday's high, which is good. That uptrend still firmly intact on a little break right there. Measured move. I believe that's a measured move going to 171, 172. How you doing, Restoration Hardware? That one's doing okay. All right. Tesla back up too. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. INMD. INSG. How are you doing? Oh, new highs. I didn't catch it, neither did any of you. INSG, new highs right there. So not bad. Market's looking very, very normal here. Extremely normal. Everyone's thinking coronavirus. I understand it, but if you guys haven't been around to watch it, ignore the coronavirus. It's, at least in terms of your portfolio in the markets, it's all scare tactics. Apple, nice base consolidation. This is viable. Not sure about exactly right now. The pullback yesterday obviously probably would have been pretty good, but if you're looking for a breakout buy, you're looking about these highs, about the 288.50 level, give or take, for the next leg up. And we have earnings coming up, so it'll probably gap on you anyways, the way everything's looking today. Amazon, you back up today? What are you doing? You're flat. So we mentioned Amazon maybe trying to buy a little bit lower here. Also has earnings coming up 4:30. So everything for us, at least in these bigger caps, is happening on 4:30. But yeah, so far so good. Oh, play looks like play's up a little bit too. That option's up pretty good. And play trying to recover. Man, if all these options work out for me, I'll be back to my my account highs. Oh, did so good and then lost a decent amount of it. I'll be back up there. A lot of it thanks to Tesla, to be honest with you. Yeah, Tesla's been super. Guys, hold on a minute. I'm gonna go grab some water. I have none. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Market up 1.6% today. Ah, pretty good. Not sure if you guys heard that or not. I think I still have my noise suppressor on for those of you that remember that from yesterday. Noise suppressor. So I'll turn it off and let me know if you guys can hear the road noise. I got my window open. Noise suppressor off. That's my road noise. Oh, hi, birdie. And there's a birdie at my window. Noise suppressor back on. Pretty cool. I like it. Soxel, 7%. Getting up this morning. I have no idea what Soxel does because AMD is down and Nvidia's up. Soxel working out pretty good here too. You can tell the difference? Awesome, Rob. That's fantastic. Yes. I like tech. Oh, I'm only up 172% now in UAL. Wonder what they did. Told you it was going to be like a roller coaster. Oh, right back down. Damn, I should have sold at 440 and I guess I could have reloaded down a little bit. Still done 500 bucks and took a couple thousand off the table. Crazy. Crazy. I'm not sure if that's buying or selling before earnings, but some pretty aggressive moves for United Airlines the past couple days coming out of these lows, breaking our trend line today, which is good. Not really too many news or too much news. Too many news? I don't think that's a thing. After Southwest results and capital raise. Okay, gradual state reopenings. Gotcha. So we're getting back to a little bit of flying. Let's look at Southwest. I believe it's Love, L-U-V, L-O-V-E, L-O-V. I'm just going to type Southwest. It's L-U-V, isn't it? I thought that was one I typed. Okay, so what were their results? Apparently, a lot of volume yesterday on their earnings announcement. Cut price target to 44 from 45. Yeah. Why would you? I don't even understand these people sometimes. Why would you cut it for a dollar? You guys can't even hit it by like 50 bucks, but I'm just gonna finesse this a buck. Yeah, that's all that needs to be done here. I'm pretty much on point, but maybe smidge high. I'll adjust it a dollar. That's ridiculous. First quarterly loss in 9 years. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Stocks end. So I was talking with Ted earlier today, and he was talking about quarterlies going to be garbage. Well, yes, quarterlies are going to be garbage. I definitely agree with that. But the market is forward looking. The market doesn't look at, oh, last quarter you did garbage. That's going to extrapolate into the future proportionally. No, they're forward looking. Everyone knows this is going to be a horrible quarter, but what they're looking for is forward statements. What are you doing? What are you seeing in the next month, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 24? You know, they're looking for that type of information and they're going to be investing based on that kind of time frame. So, the first quarterly loss in 9 years here for Southwest Airlines, and they held the bottom. You know, so it's not just about the baseline numbers; it's about forward projections. All right, come on, I need some expansion area to the downside here. There we go. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more. Do 12%. What? I thought I hit apply, not okay. Oh, I hit cancel. Okay. You can hear birds. Yeah, I noticed it hasn't done spectacularly, but it's still pretty good. Birds can't be too bad, right? It's better to hear birds than road noise. I noticed when I was playing with it earlier, I could hear some banging and stuff. This other guy, well, it was like banging on his desk with a hammer and you couldn't hear anything. Actually, no, you could hear some very, very light tapping, but I'm like, that's fine. He's banging with a freaking hammer. So, but all in all, I think pretty good. But yeah, so talking about earnings and everything, the market's already shown its hand, in my opinion. We're well up off of the lows. They're firmly comfortable buying that. The government has really stepped in with a tremendous amount of stimulus, and I believe that's probably what's bolstering the markets. Not even necessarily the actual buying pressure in the stocks, which there's probably some of that, but just the fact that sending out checks to people and doing like very, very good loans, many of those will end up being grants. I think a lot of those measures are the stock market is taking that is very positive. That's my personal opinion. Again, the market speaks for itself. I like to take the market first and then kind of extrapolate why versus the why and then lead it into the markets. So hopefully you guys kind of figured that out by now. But all right, let's go check leaderboard again. Facebook 6%, Square 5.65%, Soxel 7%, doing pretty good. Restoration Hardware 3.4%, coming well out of lows now. What the hell? It's like a Vespa driving up my street. Oh, no, someone's blowing out a yard. So let me see if I can see the sound on my OBS. Ever so slightly. Ever so slightly. Spot? No, I have not. What is spot? See spot run. 159. Okay. So actually it looks like 159, 160. This appears to be a long-term break for spot on the weekly chart here. Okay, so that's all of its history. So 160 is resistance for spot. Oh, it's Spotify. Duh. Duh. um, man, it's such a weird, such a weird chart. I'm not so sure. I mean, it's come straight up off of the lows from 110 to 160. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about buying in here. It just seems like it just can never get going. Why is it different now than it was in the beginning of the year when it was topping up here? It just doesn't seem much different to me. Yeah, I think surprise is a good word to kind of jump the last 40% of the range and on an earnings play. Negative 21 cents is, I guess, not bad. I don't know. Okay, Facebook 6%. Let's go check out the global watch list. Our AMC 25%. You guys must be going to the movies. Holy bejesus. Yes, wow, look at that yesterday. Did we? Oh, it moved late yesterday. No, sorry. It gapped up, dropped down, and then start. Okay, it had its extension up later yesterday. But AMC, another one of these ravaged by the coronavirus, movie theaters starting to open again. Man, they waited late to buy these. AMC, look at that. So a little too extended to buy up here. Gas log with a huge day yesterday. What did it end up doing? Looks like it pulled back a little bit, but a massive, massive day yesterday. NIO stealing Tesla technology. I don't think it's that. I think it's another company doing it, but that's fun. ADS Alliance Data down near 40 from 312 in 2015. My goodness, that is a lot of bad. Nasdaq 2% now. Excellent. STNE. Air Lease trying to get back up. TNA, this is Russell 3 times ETF, ladies and gentlemen. So if you think small caps are going to make a comeback, which maybe, holy crap, this thing, well, it is a 3 times ETF. Let's look at the Russell itself. Okay, so it's back about 50%, definitely lagging a little bit, but it did drop. It says 42%. Why does that seem like it's more than 42? I guess it's not 17 to 9. Yeah, it's about 42. Okay, so coming back. Small caps, actually, let's go back to the Russell. Small caps have been lagging, though, generally for the past year or two. So, not sure about them getting back exactly. Um, to where they were. But anyway, TNA is the 3 times ETF of the Russell 2000 there. CLR Continental, this is an oil play. Wow, that's beaten down. Could be some good moves here too. We need to find an oil play. We need to find an oil play. I don't know which one to play. And I was looking at it yesterday. Someone mentioned something about oil, and I said, yeah, I think oil is good. I just don't know what to do with it, and I don't. I'm not an oil guy. I don't really trade oil, but I think with oil down as low as it is, there's a big ass trade here somewhere. Let's find it. XLE. All right, is that the ETF? I think it is. Let's look at XLE. Let's check it out. Down to 37. Yeah, already bounced up significantly, actually. Yeah, it should have been all over this a couple weeks ago. So it looks like it's up over 50% already from the bottom there. We're a little late in this one. Well, I think USO just had that split. So I'm not quite sure what that chart's going to look like. UCO, what's that? It's Xerian? Is that a T? I don't know what that is. Because tankers are going to moon. You talking about XLE? All right, I want to look at tanks are going to moon. Yeah, there you go. Just put oil in tanks. We've got enough of them. We don't use them. Just put all the oil in the tanks. Um, UCO. That's what it was. Sorry. Ultra Bloomberg crude. Okay. Oh, this is okay. Ultra Bloomberg crude. Interesting. Let's see what StockTwits has to say about them. I've got a window underneath you guys there. Let me get to that so we can explore together. No, that's not it. I thought I had one under. I gotta find it. That's not it. That's not it either. I don't know what things are. All right, fine, let's move this. Oh, it's my crypto charts. I was expecting a normal window. I'm trying to keep this pinned here so that you guys can see stuff. All right, I forgot what I was gonna look at. Okay, UCO, yeah. Let's look into UCO. Okay, Dow Jones StockTwits. Yeah, that's actually that's where I was gonna go. Everyone thinks it's gonna dip down, which means everyone thinks it probably won't. Yeah, well, it is what it is. UCO going back 2030s. It's tracking September futures now. It's already priced in the mid 20s. Okay. Dude ain't selling. 60% September 40 July fund manager seeks long-term recovery. Bad for old players because they did not want to gamble with June when they see May crash, but good for new players. Bottom fishes from 11s and 12s and low. In the long run, when oil recovers, supply and demand rise. September contracts will be adjusted soon. Old players can average down. New players patient to cash out higher with 100 million, 100 million short. What? You says only 13 people who bought before the split can kiss your money goodbye. Um, CHK, I believe that is natural gas for the most part. I believe it's natural gas. There is obviously massive volume. Okay, so it looks like yeah, I'm not still not sure what's up with the volume down there though, but it's intriguing. I think it would be a longer term play. Actually, natural gas hasn't really done too bad. So yeah, we looked at this one a while ago. Natural gas actually was kind of a range here. Not sure if it's going to go a ton higher. So I mean, you can look at natural gas on the weekly. It's really just been destroyed. Solar has really been, I think, in my opinion, the killer to natural gas. It was supposed to kind of be natural gas was supposed to be take us slightly cleaner before we can do wind and solar, but wind and solar just did it. And so natural gas, I think, is paying the price of that. So I'm not really. I mean, there's probably a technical setup here where we bounce higher. Maybe something like this. Maybe we can get back to the in the twos, maybe the threes or something like that. But um, you can see here there's kind of a trend line right there that breaks. There's also a trend line right there that's about to break at about the $2 level. So maybe a nice pump for nat gas, and that could do good for CHK. I'm just not 100% sure that it'll run with natural gas prices. Man, look at this, up as high as 7,000. They've had to split so many times. Or maybe it's just the one for 200 split. I don't know, but I'm not super sold on Chesapeake. I've tried my hands at this many times and gotten burned. Just thinking, oh, it's cheap, it's an oil play. It's actually a natural gas play. And natural gas is in just a perpetual bear market. So there's the monthly. So since 2008, for whatever reason, it just hasn't come back. Kind of same with oil, really. And that's also, I think, about the time where solar really started to get good. Just apply some aloe. Yeah, I doubt it. Well, it's fine now. I stopped trading in it. That's my aloe. If something hurts me, I try to move away from it, which is why I generally don't short during downtrends in the stock market because they're unpredictable at best. But yeah, so that UCO, I'm kind of intrigued with this down so stupid low. At the same time, it is a inverse, it is an ETF of sorts, and I'm not quite sure. So let's go back to looking at UCO. I was looking at stock twits. Sometimes I have some good information. If this information is accurate right here in terms of September and July with the fund manager, I don't know if that is accurate or not, but it's at least something better than just generally Googling. 100 million short will be covered push. So whoever this CH, who's this dude? Liked, followers, following. So looks hopefully just a normal person. You got to be wary of bots and stuff like that. Rig, rig, UCO, UCO, JCP, JCP rig. New trading for penny stocks with potential BK. News like WLL sound like some big boys are buying shares. To go private will cheap bankruptcy news. JCP and rig could be next 106 run in one day. 5-1 will be OPEC plus cut the supply per last agreement. Negative 60% discount will be a big gift today. That was about a week ago from this dude. Yeah, I can't. Do you guys hear that cough? I left it unmuted just to see if you would hear it or not. Um, well, I mean, do they have options? I mean, options is a way to kind of cut risk a little bit than just going blatant position. But the problem is with this thing, it's hard to know where it's going to go. Um, you say LOL, Rob, but yeah, I actually mean that this time. So here's what I'm saying about that is that if you put cash into this instrument that in just a number of days went from 60 down to 12, blatant position is my second name. If you go, this thing went from 60 to 12. Who says it can't go from 12 to 5? So I would rather personally, if I were to play this, and I'm really not convinced I'm going to, um, if I were to buy this, I'd rather spend 200 to 300 bucks on an option and try to make just like we did with UAL, try to limit our downside risk. But I'm not real the technical action here. I don't know. It's kind of like the what was the one we just did? Oh, the EXIV with the VIX futures. It just seems like there's so much uncertainty. Not that oil's not going to go up, but the instruments used to trade it. You know what I mean? Like I got burned by that. Well, it is a gamble. It is a gamble, and I fixed my risk on that. But I'm saying this. What I'm saying is this is a stock that I'm pretty sure is going to be here, and I know I'm trading United Airlines, and they have earnings coming up, so I know I know what I'm trading here. Remember the EXIV? I thought I was trading something, and apparently I was trading something else. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Luckily, I got all my money back, but anyway, that's my general point. Is it? I know what I'm buying when I'm buying UAL. I know that when I'm buying this UCO, I don't know what I'm buying. Am I buying the oil market? Am I buying how this ETF manager is trading the futures? Am I buying something that's going to zero and I'm just not finding the headline that's causing it to go there, even though maybe oil's bottomed and going to go up because it's down so stupid low? That's basically what I'm referring to. Is trying to understand the instrument that I'm trading, and that I know with UAL. Natural gas. So they mentioned Um, yeah, let's go back to oil. Come on, oil. Okay, so man, oil still isn't looking bullish. That still looks like it's set for further downside prices. Come on. Come on, website. Quit trying to load 97 freaking ads on my page, you douchebags. Let me click on something. Man, Finviz is getting bad. I may have to I may have to subscribe just so I can have the page workable. Scroll down to learn more. How about no ads? And a completely ad-free layout. Yeah, thanks. I pay 30 bucks a month to get. Can I just pay you 5 bucks a month so you can get the damn ads out of my face? Like seriously, it's horrible. No, not you, Siri. Go away. Hmm. Um, no, I think oil prices will probably lead, actually. Holy bejesus, look at stocks today. Lots of green right there. Go away, ads. I don't have an ad blocker on here. Not sure if that would help at all if they would kick me off the site. Yeah, I'm not really sure the best oil play. Okay, we're gonna look at UCO short interest. Okay, thanks for nothing, short squeeze. So far, it doesn't look like anything too out of the ordinary. Guy was talking about 100 million short. That was back on 20. Oh, that's when he mentioned 100 million short right there. Gotcha. Uh, well, David, I think if you could find a good risk reward trade in the oil market, yeah, I'd go for it. I mean, I'm not. I think you have to have a longer term time horizon. Short term, it's just too volatile. But with a longer term time horizon, I think oil's, I think oil's good. It's not going away. Oil's not staying zero forever. That's just not going to be a thing. It's going to move back up. Even $20 oil is too low. It will go back up, but I can't say it won't be 2, 3, 4 months. So I think you have to have a longer term time horizon. You're going to wake up and oil's up 20, 30%. We've already seen it. It's going to happen again. So you're either in it or you're not, kind of a thing. And if you're not, I think that's okay. You don't have to be jumping in there. Um, Ellie mentioned the XLE, which is probably one of the better straight plays on the whole oil sector. Let's look at some oil ETFs. See which ones. USO. I want the ones with the biggest amount of money in them. I want stability. Stability. Oh. Oil sinks after biggest ETF announces June contract exit. So there's the biggest ETF exiting. What is the biggest ETF? Oh, USO. Okay. Hmm. This article, yesterday or 2 days ago. Yesterday? 2 days ago. Some oil bonds? You mean like for what do you mean, Ellie? Oil bonds. Oil bonds. Okay, well let's do this. Let's go back to FinViz and let's take a look at actual oil companies. So see if oil's a thing. Oil and gas. How about just oil? Okay. Are we looking at drilling and exploration, equipment and services, pipelines? I'd like to do all of them actually. Oil and gas refining and marketing, pipelines. Hmm. Come on. There we go. Give me a chart. AM, 2 billion, 61 billion. What's E and B? How is it 61 billion? That's a big bitch. All right, sold by market cap. E&B, that one looks like it's actually breaking out today and yesterday. That's the biggest place in this pipeline space. KMI, WMB already almost back. Okay, so there's probably some opportunities there. Okay, so that's pipelines. Let's check out gas or equipment and services. They're probably going to get hit the worst. All right, let's just check out drilling. These are all your big, big names. Oh, maybe not. I thought Exxon would be up here. Chinook Limited, Hong Kong company. Um, Nice base there around the 120 breakout level. PBR, Petrobras. Oh yeah, that's Brazilian if I'm not mistaken. So there's still some companies beaten down here. HP, Helmerich and Payne. Don't know much about them. And then you get into much, much smaller ones. V Chain's up here, ladies and gentlemen. VET. Rig is a pipeline company? Holy crap. $1 for rig. Yeah, did they transform their business model? I thought they were something else. Wow, what's that? Montage resources? Dang, son. Um, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not liking these individual names. I got to be honest with you. Um, let's go to investors.com and see if they have anything about oil stuff. They're pretty good with some names. Dow writing Boeing boost, oil spike, IBD 50. Okay. Let's go to news. Yeah, but the thing about UCO, Rob, is that it's so beaten down. I almost feel like there's another leg to this story. There's no way it goes from 400 to 12, if that makes sense. It's so unlikely that it's just if you're to put any money in this, it would be very small single digit percents of your account. Um, yeah, I mean, just looking at it, going back to 2011, up there at 14,000. So yeah, but even 500 is a stretch. This thing hasn't had a higher high. I mean, since back over here, barely in 2014, from 6,000 to 10,000, which is, arguably a good run. So a double there, but a double here still gets you to 24, not to 100. Not even come close to filling this gap. I don't know what is up with the price here. I've got no idea. I don't see reverse stock splits on here. I mean, it looks good, but from an extreme bottom buying perspective, it looks good. Um, but from something to go, if something's at 11 to go back to 500, like why did it go from 500 to 11? And it's likely not to go back in that direction. I've yet to see one of these stocks that goes from like multiple thousands down to five, where we're at right now, go back up. Actually no, I think I have seen one instance of that, and it nowhere near got all. It rose like 10% compared to the whole thing, which is a huge move, but very rare. So I don't know. This would be like a 1% of your account thing. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, Rob, I mean, if you want to go for it, man, go for it. But put 1% of your portfolio, no more than that, and then just walk away. Because look, if the thing goes back to 500, you're gonna wish you had your whole account in it. But if you put your whole account in it, I guarantee it's not going back to 500. That's kind of how this stuff works. So if you have to do it, if you got to pull triggers, pull small triggers. Just get a taste, put it on your portfolio so it feels like you've done something, and then get on to the next thing. Because, I mean, the Nasdaq up 2.16% is pretty dope right now. I say get back to more normalized trading. Soxel 9% now. Look at that, taking out highs of the day, even highs of yesterday. So doing pretty good here right now. Very, very. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the XLE is probably the best pure play for this one. Right now, going from 37 back up towards 60, I think is probably likely a rational thing to do. Probably likely will get back to 52. Um, but it's already a little bit extended. Options probably won't be a way to go. Probably have to do just some general stock stuff, which is fine. Um, I don't know, Rob. I've actually I happen to have a small position in both air. I have Carnival Cruise and I've got UAL, so I'm not kind of the poster child. I don't know if any of them are going to go bankrupt, to be honest with you. I don't know. You'll have to look around. I haven't been looking at the financials of these companies, nor really looking into the news of them. I'm just kind of trading the charts and technical action. I mean, we can look at the just taking those two names again. UAL loosely breaking up Delta Airlines, another big airline. I think there's like only three big airlines. Delta trying to come back right now too. I don't think the airlines are going anywhere. Probably the airlines. If you had to pick one, it'd probably be the airlines. Delta down at 26 with a high back at 60. I mean, even UAL in a similar position down at 30 with a high up at 90. I mean, they're not going to let the airlines go bankrupt. And not to mention the cruise lines are all incorporated overseas now. So I have a little bit of a harder time thinking that the cruise lines are going to be as healthy as the airlines if you're talking about these beaten down industries. Marriott hotels aren't beaten down as much, but I believe Marriott owns a ton of land. I could be wrong about that. You know, you can Google that, but I think they own a bunch of land, so they'll probably likely be fine too. And these are still some pretty beaten down prices for some of these industries. We've seen a lot of the early low hanging fruit, like obviously Amazon is already back up at highs after kind of going lower. It's already way back up. So I think you're kind of stuck with some of these longer term holds at this stage of the game. I think Soxel's still pretty interesting at 139 going back to 3. That's still a double plus for you right there. Um, you know, but again, some of these ones for these really great longer returns are going to be longer term holds. I think Home Depot is going to come out of earnings gangbusters. Dude, everyone's been in Home Depot. My Home Depot's been packed. Looks like earnings are so a few weeks out, about 3 weeks out for Home Depot. But I don't think I think you're going to have some select retailers. Walmart, last time we checked, was sitting at all-time highs. They're coming down today, it looks like. Do they have earnings? Nope. Got a dividend coming up. So Walmart coming off a little bit there. The GNC back at it today. So after that huge run the other day, GNC back down. Looks like we're flattening out around the 60 cent level. Look at that. We filled the gap and then just paused. That's funny. That's a gap fill trade. That's crazy. PayPal up 5%. PayPal talked about how PayPal's stronger than Square. There you go, right back at highs. Square not quite so yet. Ooh, Square's outperforming PayPal though, but still look at that. Only about 65, 55, 60% of the range there. So that's showing a little bit of weakness in Square over PayPal. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do with oil. I got to be honest with you. We look at some individual names. Exxon Mobil, which is still pretty beaten down, 46. Um, Looks like it's getting through some lower technical bases here. Almost right now, as a matter of fact, with earnings coming up very shortly. Tomorrow, or 2 days, 5-1. Same day as everything else. What we saw, Apple, Amazon. We know United Airlines has earnings coming out that day. When's Delta's earnings come out? Oh, they already came out. Oh, and they're still running it. So maybe no surprises from UAL. Maybe just a more general run. I should have taken that longer term position. Didn't do enough homework. Too excited by gains. I let the roulette wheel of the stock market get to me. I mean, I guess in theory, I could take my initial position off the table in UAL. I'm up. Well, now it's 283%. Looks like we're headed back in an uptrend. So 318%. Like I said, it's going to be like a bird in a windstorm. I think I got the 32. I wish I would have got the 31 to be honest with you, but I got the 32 at 18. No, Rob. I think it's just more traditional market action. It's just decent, good, solid market action is what we're seeing across the board. I mean, stocks are looking like a bull market. And since our follow through day, pretty much been in a bull market. So let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. When the economy is frightening, but the stocks are so delightful. That doesn't rhyme. When you get your follow through day. None of this rhymes. Nothing is coming into my head as rhyming, so I'm not doing very good there. Let it go, let it go, let it go. No, I've never seen Frozen, luckily. Um, Singing to your audience? I am. I'm singing for stocks. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah. When the coronavirus is frightful, but your stocks are so delightful. And you think about selling your stuff, just let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah.
It's actually pretty good advice.
It's not bad. It is pretty good advice.
Don't quit your day job.
Oh, okay. But I was just going to quit my day job. Oh. All right, fine. I get nothing on that? I sing for you guys. I got nothing. Man. All right, Ellie at least LOL'd me. That's good. I need something. Come on. You can't put a performer on stage and then there you go. Okay, the claps are back. That's what we need. We need more of the claps. Although I wonder if my new NVIDIA RTX voice driver muted the noise, which was my singing. That would be good. Wild Randy? No, it's the Wild Prats. I'd have gotten more claps with Frozen. I don't. What's the Frozen song? Start me off on that. I'll see if I can pull that one out. 2.4 for the Nasdaq, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's right. Let it go. But yeah, but the lyrics to Let It Snow, I think, worked out better in this instance. What's the NSDAQ? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what symbol that is. Is that short the Nasdaq? So is NSDAQ the short ETF of the Nasdaq? So you want to short the Nasdaq? Soxel 10% almost on. My socks are on fire. Real singing. It's real singing today. I've been coming up with some good songs lately, actually. You may actually hear my singing voice in the future on some video if I ever have some time, which I don't. Soxel's on fire. It did cut my voice off? Okay, I'm going to look at my voice monitor. Soxel's on fire. No, it looks like it kept it. It looks like it kept it. We'll see. Dang. Markets in fuego, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it didn't really cut me off. It should have, though. It should. I agree. Definitely should have cut me off. What up, Mel? No, there's no market sell-off. Get that garbage out of here. How you doing, buddy? Don't tell me you've been shorting this entire time. Oh my God, just wait. Wait, what am I waiting for? Waiting for what? Good. Glad you're doing well. Just don't short the market arbitrarily. Wait for a shorting signal. My goodness, everyone's looking to short, which is great because I'm making tons of money. Unrealized gain on my entire account, 47% right now. Pretty good. Oh, you're gonna jump in, say something, and run. I see how it is. I see how it is. Well, have a good day, buddy. Yeah, I'm not sure what what United Airlines is gonna say to get that big pump. I really should have gone further out and just gone for like a 700% gain. But I don't know. The way it's looking today, maybe it'll give me all my gains today. Man, when I saw that gain on the 35, I'm like, that's actually doable. If you look at the last time it went up here, it rallied 1, 2, 3, 4, and we came have a higher low. It started curling up, and then right there well, it looks like it's 33. We'll see, but anyway, crazy, crazy stuff there for UAL. If that works, that's going to be phenomenal. Trading plan, get all my gains. Absolutely, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know when I'm taking profit on some of these. I got to be honest with you. So my restoration hardware call I have till June 5th. That's still working out. Soxol I have till January 2022, which is a huge, huge play. I got CCL till the end of this year, UAL until, well, Friday, Thursday actually, and play until January. I'm just kind of stuck in all these trades for a while. So yeah, I don't know when I'm taking profit on some of these. Kind of an interesting position to be in. We don't get these big drawdowns very often, and I took pretty good advantage of it. So and I actually even still have some cash. What's MJ doing? Speaking of which, speaking of long-term positions that aren't doing anything, what's MJ doing? MJ fighting with the trend line. So got up the other day, red day yesterday on almost half volume of the prior day. So MJ, not super horrible. Let's look at some MJ names. Tilray, doing okay. Rob, Rob, you're my MJ guy. KG, right? I think you mentioned that at the end of yesterday's stream. Hold on. Sorry. Let me get a drink of water after that. I wonder why my streams don't get more views. Why do my streams not get more views? I sing for you guys. I throw up on camera. What more do you want from me? What more do you want? Actual profitable trades? I gave you that too. I get nothing. Normally miss out on the bottom of a downturn, but this time I did good. Good job, Justin. Excellent. That's an actual clap. Oh, but you can't hear it because hold on, let me turn off my noise suppressor. Hold on. There you go. There's your clap, Justin. That's fantastic, dude. Awesome. Yeah. That's very good. Uh, yeah, I don't know why my stuff's not more successful. I gotta be honest with you. So I'm actually I'm gonna tell you guys first just because I'm thinking about it. I am developing some courses. I'm gonna put them out. It's mainly for crypto. It's not really for stocks, but I'm gonna put them out. I'm gonna be more active on YouTube, taking real crypto a little more seriously than I think I've been probably in the past several months. So you're gonna see a lot more from me from that perspective, and maybe I'll do something on stocks a little bit later. But um, anyway, guys, if you guys do have any communities, I mean, feel free to share my channels and stuff like that. Really would appreciate it. I mean, with all the market calls we've been making lately, I'm always wondering, like, how come I'm not actually doing better? Um, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe I just don't ask for the likes, the views, and stuff like that. And it's not too many. There's 8 people here now. It's not like I'm gonna get million followers off of you guys, you know, shilling me out there. But every little bit helps. I would appreciate it. And one guy just left. Okay, I should stop talking about making my channel more successful. Hey, what's up, Sratra? Shut up, Brandy, and just talk and make me money. Okay, fine. Yeah, 2.36 for the Nasdaq. I mean, it's in the middle of coronavirus, market's going up. Who would have thought? I do. Oh, is that you, Rob? Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what it pushes. I mean, maybe I should practice more with titles or something. I don't know. I think I'm gonna come out with. I think I'm gonna go through some of my videos and some of my calls and put some montage videos together, which is gonna be tough because I've got thousands of hours of content, just thousands and thousands of hours because you know I do so much stuff. Thanks, Ratro. I appreciate that, man. All right, Soxel pushing that 10, 9.9. UAL doing good. What's Tesla doing? We haven't looked at Tesla today. Okay, so it actually is right back to highs. This market won't sell off, guys. People are just no one is bullish in the market right now, which is why it's just actually if you look at that, I think in my video last night I showed the fear and greed index on BTC. Yeah, it's right here still from last night. It's still at 27%. What's it at today? 26. They're more bearish today than they were yesterday, and the freaking thing's up like 100%. Oh my God, people are stupid. Well, I can't say that. They're not stupid. They just don't know. They just don't know. Royal Caribbean 15%, Carnival Cruise Lines 12%, gapping up here today. Our airlines are doing great. I mean, I think the not the market, but the instant plays up 13%. I think the market is really, I mean, they've already bought in, but I think they're actually starting to buy in when you see these really distressed assets. The ones that are down the most, Carnival Cruise Lines, United Airlines, Royal Caribbean, what are the other ones? Finally, yeah, I think the market's coming around generally. So this I think is probably your last ditch effort to get in at a decent price right now from what it's looking like. I mean, the Nasdaq's within a stone's throw distance of all-time highs, which is in my mind nuts. I don't know what I expected, but 8% isn't quite a stone's throw for an index, but you get the general picture. It's pretty damn close compared to where we were. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I think, been waiting for bobbling, waiting for pullbacks. We had like a 1 day pullback. We talked about hedging. If you guys hedged, maybe got out break even, lost a little bit, but kept your TQQQ, which we have been discussing. And I don't know. I feel like almost every move we've made since this downturn has been spot on, 100% legit and very prudent moves. So. Yeah, I don't know what else to I don't know what else to say. It's pretty awesome. And when markets get more and more normal, it's going to get a little more difficult because things aren't as I mean, it's pretty clear to me, but as we go forward, it's going to be back to stock picker mode and just holding your TQQQ. Um, and then, we'll see what runs the market, but I think in terms of a lot of these beaten down assets, you got DFS here like Rob said today. Boom, right there, up 11%. Should have bought it yesterday. We weren't looking at it yesterday, though, but we should have bought it yesterday. Yesterday would have been a good day to buy it. AMC. What's not working today? Let's take a look at that. You know what? Irobot has had a crazy run. Didn't realize it. We kind of, you know, loosely talked about it at the lows, but it's been in such a crazy downtrend before. I mean, I guess everything kind of runs eventually, but pretty big runs the past week in iRobot. Now finally with a big pullback down earnings, it looks like. Um, Zoom, Ellie sold to Zoom. Good job there, buddy. Good job selling Zoom. Maybe we'll come back down to the 50-day once again. Forget the trend line. It's the 50-day that it respected. So another pullback to the 50. Usually only want to buy the first two pullbacks to the 50. And actually, that would be a second one. Yeah, the iRobot run was pretty crazy. We weren't really watching it, but oh no, there. Yeah, so one pullback to the 50, maybe a second pullback to the 50 could be buyable on Zoom. AMD stalling out at highs. Definite cup and handle here though, so I'm not too mad at it. After earnings, is that today? 428. Yes, it was. They actually beat earnings and sold off, which is interesting. But that's probably normal. I actually don't think that's too bad. We're still within the handle. Net. This is Cloudflare. And getting a little more selling pressure than I think I would like to see here, but not the end of the world. Back to the... we talked about maybe buying this a little bit lower. It looks like we're in that little bit lower. May have bounced off of it actually a little bit ago. Right there. That may, oh, look at, whoa, that's a lot of volume right there on net. That could be a long position with that as your stop. That's actually not bad. And where would that go? My friend, probably back up to the highs here at 27 or so. Let's look at an options trade for that. I'm going to look at an options trade. You guys aren't doing anything with it, but I'm going to look at an options trade. I could take it off screen here, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to get yelled at for Ellie for talking about options again. But it's all about risk and reward, and I think the risk here is very minimal. If that isn't, that's a pretty big candle, and so that's likely our bottom candle. So I actually really like this right here. At least just for the pop back up. I'm not sure about longer term, but we shall see. Where is our target on net? Anyways, what do we got? 27 is the high. So we can probably, 27.59. We can do 27. It may not work out at all, but however it works. Exactly. I don't disagree with that. So 50% going out 51 days isn't bad at all. 16 days seems a little tight. And for 100% double it to 22 in 16 days. That would put us right here with that particular trading plan. Oh, there's just no, this should all be negative 100%. It's nothing. Don't worry about that. This was actually it's a program that Ellie wrote. Yeah, Ellie wrote for me. And I don't know if he uses it anymore. He was using it at one point in time, but I used to do this with spreadsheets and it would take me, I don't know, a good I had it down to 2 or 3 minutes per stock and target and strike price, and it would take me a while, but now I can do it in seconds. It's tremendous. So I always thank him for that. Thank you, Ellie. But well, yeah. So that's actually maybe manageable, but I'd probably rather go out and 52 at 20. That's actually not a bad trade. I do like that bottoming candle. I gotta say, I'm addicted to high volume candles, and that is a high volume candle. We have two of them actually. The question is, can I get a decent fill on a 460 to 410? So that's June 19, 20. It's in the money, so that's good. I'm not paying a ton of premium. That's not too bad. No, well, what he would have had to done there is he would have had to say, if the percentage is negative 100, then put negative 100. But not actually, it's a view app. I think he gave me access to the source code. I probably could do that if I wanted to, but I don't know how to publish it on his thing. So 410, 460, or 400, 460. So the bid. So I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just watch that one right there. I think Ellie probably took off. Procter and Gamble coming down here. What's up, Aram? You're very late. I'm probably gonna leave here pretty soon. Ring doing really well. GLD sitting right at highs. Domino's Pizza pulling back. That's interesting. Irobot. Zoom, Regeneron. I'm looking for maybe some pullback buys. There's not a tremendous amount. Let's go to the global watch list and do this. Aram, didn't you have a question yesterday that I didn't get to towards the end of the day? If you want to repost that with me, that's fine. iRobot, SNCR, MEDP, AMD, Regeneron. Space is space tourism and apparently defense contracts for satellites, which I was unaware of. And I'm not so sure they're. Let's actually. Wow, Eli Lilly new highs. Holy crap. Let's go check out space actually. We're talking about. Oh, look at that. It did respect the trend line. Beautiful. Exactly what we've been discussing. Cool. So that held the other day. I never did take a position. Um, but yeah, we were looking for a run up here. And I think the options were too nuts. Oh, dividends. Oh, yeah, yeah, dividends. There you go. So do you understand what a dividend is, Aram? I talked a little bit about that yesterday. I just want to know what your level of expertise is there. Or I should say knowledge, not necessarily expertise. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, really, an easy way to find companies with dividends, you can actually go over to Finviz, which we use often, finviz.com. Um, and I'll give a little warning at the end of this, and then I'll probably bail. Um, you can go to their screener here, which is in their main menu, and you can actually search by dividend, right here, dividend yield. So it's going to be difficult to find a dividend yield greater than 10% with a stock that's pretty stable. I think you have to switch to financial. Maybe it is. Oh, well, it gets automatically deposited into your trading account, Aram. If you if you have like an actual physical share of stock, they should be mailing it to you if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I misunderstood your initial question. It should just be deposited into your account as cash, and it should show in your account statement as a deposit, I believe. I don't really invest in dividends or any stocks generally, so um, wow, look at that, 191% for REML, whatever the heck that is. Credit Suisse X-Link's monthly pay two times leverage mortgage REITs. Holy crap. A truck just drove by and it gave you guys no audio of that. That's pretty cool. So that is interesting. That is a huge dividend. Sanchez and Midstream Partners, 145% dividend yield. But yeah, so when you're looking at dividends, and I did want to show you this to exactly what Rob just said, these are not sustainable dividend yields. These yields are One good thing now see, I've never really traded for dividends or bought a stock for dividends, so I have a hard time, completely knowing what's going on here. But you cannot sustain a 64% dividend yield except for in extreme circumstances. Maybe this is an extreme circumstance. I don't know, but like let's take this IVR with a 64% dividend yield, the biggest market cap at about a half a billion, and really just fell off the map from 18 to 3. I don't know why this thing fell from 18 to 3. I don't know how much of their business. Yeah, maybe they take on distressed mortgages, which is the reason why it tanked so much. I really have no idea. But if you're gonna get a 64% dividend yield, um, there's a problem. Most dividends are in the single low to mid single digits if you're lucky, mid single digits. More REITs warn they are unable to meet cash calls. Oh, well, screw you, buddy. I don't care about your article anyway. Four mortgage REITs are in limbo. Use leverage to boost their yields. Severe market volatility took an especially large toll in that sector where some of the firms are forced to unwind trades and sell securities. Um, Four mortgage REITs could not meet margin calls. IVR is one of them. Bankruptcy filings are not likely, primarily because a court won't provide much help for the lenders on borrowers in this scenario. Let's look at this IVR. Hasn't reported valuation estimates or other details around its assets. KBW says the analysts do think that REIT assets will get written down by 7% for every 10% that other REITs assets get written down. Since three-quarters of its portfolio was made up of agency mortgage-backed securities, which the Federal Reserve is now buying. Yeah, so there's a lot of financial trickery going on here. So anyway, but yeah, if you're looking at dividends are paid usually quarterly, sometimes monthly, sometimes semi-annually or annually. Um, and I do think you should find something stable. Obviously, this REIT, because keep in mind, let's say you own this IVR here, let's say you bought it up here at the middle price rate. Let's just call it $16. You're still getting that dividend as the stock price increases. That's your best case scenario. Your worst case scenario is the principal declines, and the dividend the dividend is going to stay the same, but your principal is going to decline. That means that you're getting the income, which is fine, but your principal is declining. So if you're investing in a dividend, you're usually holding that thing for years and years and years. And a lot of dividend investment firms really look for the length of time that dividend has been sound and solid. And like in these times right now, down at $3, coming down from 16. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. I mean, you can see there's been, let's look at it on the stock chart. There's been quite a bit of buying down here actually. With the whole financial crisis, I mean, okay, so they gave a 50-cent dividend, which is huge. Look at these volumes. Those are big, big volumes right there. So I don't know. This is actually not looking too bad. I may throw a little bit of a play here or something. They have dividend today, but pump and dump. Let's look at GE. Yeah, so first of all, you cannot trade around the dividend. In other words, you can't buy a stock before the ex-dividend date, sell it after the ex-dividend date. I mean, you can, but it usually doesn't work out that way. That is probably one of the older strategies in the book, and they usually drop the stock price by the amount of the dividend. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Um, Again, dividends usually are for much longer term prospects, um, much longer term holds. I don't take dividend into account whatsoever, but a little interested in IVR down here. Just a little interested. 50-cent dividend, and you bought over here at $3. That's pretty spectacular. GE was one of my surprise wins this year. I actually 10x'd on a GE trade, and it was my hedge. I bought a put and I bought a call, and it went the other way. I sold the call, and the put 10x'd on me. So it's pretty amazing. Capital mortgage institutional holders, late selling has financial stocks extending deadlines. So I don't know. I mean, maybe some of these REITs. Actually, we haven't explored that at all. Um, okay, give me. I'll be back in a minute, and I want to talk about this because maybe we'll find some opportunities. Maybe not. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, so REITs and mortgages, there's a lot of fear out there in due to coronavirus, and probably very valid fear about um, people not being able to pay their mortgages, pay their rents, and these REITs, depending on what they're invested in, can be, as you can see, just extraordinarily beaten up. But going back up, I have a hard time believing that um, most of these companies are going out of business. Probably a good amount of them are going to survive. So there probably is an opportunity here. Let's take a look at some. Maybe there's a REIT ETF or something like that. Okay, Vanguard Real Estate, Schwab Real Estate ETF. I wonder if you get dividends with these too. That'd be kind of cool because all these are doing like big double digit dividends because they're down so much. They may cut their dividend, but they may come back. And if your cost basis is in the single digits, this is probably a better play than oil. Maybe. I think there's some more homework to be done here. Um, yeah, but this three to, let's look at something real quick. They've got options. They only go out to October though. That sucks. That really sucks. Market 2.26, pretty stable at this level. I like it. Soxel still 9.5. Okay, let's keep looking. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Well, just pick one, Rob. Or pick two, or pick three. But spread your capital around a little bit if you want to. Pick different sectors. You can buy airline, you can buy cruise line, you can buy maybe a REIT. I still have a good amount of cash, actually. Well, not anymore. It's risen so much, but I got a decent amount of cash. And I'm not mad at some of these REITs. These are so beaten down. So beaten down. I got to call my buddy Tim. My buddy Tim actually works in the mortgage industry, so maybe he knows a little more about REITs than I do, which is next to nothing. But yeah, this 64% yield on the biggest market cap company here. So let's do this. Let's go by market cap because arguably the highest market cap company is going to have okay, dividend 10% RDS. That's Royal Dutch Shell. How is that? Oh, let's do industry. Let's do Royal Dutch Shell at 10% dividend is not bad. They're not going bankrupt. They may cut a dividend, but I doubt it. Yeah, just pull a trigger, Rob, on something that's trying to come out of a base, like we did yesterday in UAL. Something coming out of a base. Let's do, I kind of like the REITs. Okay, REIT residential, maybe REIT office? Let's try that. Only one, and they're decent size, 650 million. Dividends 23%, which is really good. Gross margin 70%. They're not going under. Man, you could almost. Okay, I need to talk to someone that knows a little bit more about dividends than me. REIT diversified, over 10% yield. GLPI 5 billion market cap. They actually sustained very well there. 20 to 5 is not bad. IIPR, good question. Let's see if it'll show me. Nope, won't show me. And not higher than a dividend or higher than a 10% dividend yield at least. I don't know, man. 64% dividends, pretty phenomenal. IIPR, yeah, so they're kind of in the same situation, trying to come back a little bit. They have a 5% dividend yield, which isn't. Oh, are you up? You're up towards the highs of the day. You gonna cup and handle out on me? You summon a summoner? That could be pretty cool. Could be good. Um, yeah, I'm liking this. Yep, higher high, lower high, exactly. And we're starting to curl up out of that second lower, or I'm sorry, that higher low. So it's not too bad. Um, oh, here we go. Let's. Okay, so damn it, I already forgot about that. What was that other stock? What was that name we were just looking at? I already forgot. With the earnings, the 64% dividend yields, like IVR or something like that. Damn it, I already forgot. See, I put recent, but they have nothing recent on here. What does recent even mean? Oh, there it is. IVR. I'm gonna write that down. I've got a white R, $3, 64% dividend yield. All right. So yeah, I'm not too mad at an IVR right here. Lots of volume down here. No downward price progress. Technically, it looks good. Hopefully, the dividend will sustain. Maybe they'll cut it for a quarter or two, but I'm assuming they'll be right back at it. Okay, here we go. Credit Suisse Investable Mortgage Capital price target from 450 to 450 from 17 keeps neutral rating. What does that even mean? How are you gonna cut it to 450? Huh. I already did it, Rom. I already looked at it, buddy. Yeah, I was checking it out for you. Right there, higher lows. We're curling up out of the lows. I mentioned the trend line right there. Actually, this is the 50-day moving average, so it looks like it's going to try to break above that relatively soon. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Did you have a specific question about the chart? I think the market may have kind of topped out here for the day. We got the market 2.1. Soxol appears to have topped out. UAL topped out a little bit. UAL's back up to 350%. How's it up 406? Oh yeah, I guess I was already up a little bit. You're willing to buy it? Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think it's in a good area. You know, it's already proven it wants to go up. Look at the volume on this run up too. It's very, very good. Low volume sell off. I think it's in a good spot actually. If this is a stock that you like, looks like it's got a dividend on it too, about 1%. Actually, if that's quarterly, that's going to be 4% from these levels, basically $30. You got a 30-cent dividend. If it's a quarterly dividend of 30 cents, then you know, yeah, it looks like it's quarterly. So 30-cent quarterly dividend, that's a 4% yield. That's not too bad. So you get 4% yield and an upward trending stock generally. I'm not mad right there at all if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, not too bad. From a technical perspective, fundamentally, I know nothing about it, obviously. Okay, so let's check out, let's do this. Let's go, yeah, let's do any. Let's go back to dividend yield. Chesapeake Energy engages in the acquisition, exploration, development of properties, production of oil, natural gas, and natural gas liquids from underground reservoirs in the U.S. Yeah, I believe they're a driller. I could be wrong about that, but I think they're a driller. Okay. But they don't, I don't know, Rob. They may do both, but I think a vast majority is natural gas. All I know is they trade like much more like natural gas than they do oil. So dividend, we got REML. So here's Ivero that's 64% with the biggest market cap on our screen here. Let's see if we can find something with a billion market cap or even close. So NYMT with 35% dividend yield. They are mortgage investments. Seems like the mortgage and the REITs are another industry, very Main Street industry, obviously, and so it looks like a lot more prone to that. Um, so here you go, BMA, the first billion-dollar company with a 26% dividend yield. Foreign regional banks, Argentina. Don't know much about Argentina. Probably don't want to jump in those waters. CIM, 25% dividend yield. Mortgage investments. These mortgage investments are just beat up. Hotels, motels in the US from 6 down from 22. So that's about a triple on the way up with a 25% dividend yield. Operating margin 15%, profit margin 11%. I think our profit margin on IVR was stupid good. Yeah, 40% profit margin, 33% operating margin. Um, I'm kind of liking this. I may actually try to buy this one. I don't know. 64% dividend, 3%. Margins look good. What's their debt? Debt is 8. That's probably not so good. Debt to equity is 8.1. So that is definitely going to be a problem, which is probably why they're beaten down so much. If we look at those other ones that are billion-dollar companies, let's go see what their debts are. Actually, there was another one. This one, their debt is 12, so that's worse. And TGS, debt is 0.69 with a dividend of 38%. Margin of 53, profit margin of 26. That's probably a little bit better, and they haven't come down very far, but that's probably the most manageable one here. In all honesty, TGS, they are, oh, Argentina Natural Gas. No wonder you have little debt. You're natural gas. You're not a REIT. Not a REIT. Debt to equity, RWT's 8.65. Don't know what you are. I'm just gonna eyeball it here. Oh, 810. I gotta get going really soon. Biggest, okay. CIM 1.5. So there's a mortgage with a 4 with a 5.5 in terms of debt, beaten down from 8, down from 20. So that, like I said, that's a triple, 25% dividend yield. Getting greedy, that 64% still looks pretty good. 8 to 1 is quite a bit in terms of that, but I think there's an opportunity in REITs. I'm just not sure where it is. I may have to explore this later, though, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Please spread the channel around if you can, guys. I'm looking to get a little bigger on YouTube and my Real Crypto channel. Generally, may go through a brand shift or something like that at some stage of the game. Bring in more stocks instead of just crypto from Real Crypto. Is LK still closed? Man, that thing's done, man. It's just done. Yeah, it's probably just done. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.